I'm Kat Miller.
Hi, I'm Melissa Archer.
And we're here today with Passionate Living. And I have my compadre with me today. I love this. Usually I drag Rosina to do the opens and closes.
And I'm so honored to be dragged today.
I know, right? This is great.
Yes.
We have a really great show for you today.
Yes.
What are we going to do today,
We're going to
Melissa?
go to the Erie County Fair and to the concert series in Bidwell Park.
Oh my gosh.
That's what we're doing today.
That's so much fun.
Yes.
And then we're going to go to Los Angeles to meet this cool dude, Michael Boddicker. We had part 1 last week.
Very good.
And Michael has worked with everyone from Burt Bacharach, Lionel Richie, Michael Jackson, Quincy Jones, you name it.
Wow.
We've heard his music that
Everywhere.
he has either composed or played on through the 80s and 90s and beyond. And
Oh my goodness.
he's amazing. You're going to love him.
You're going to have so much fun.
Oh
We're
my
gonna have
God,
so
it was
much
so
fun.
much fun. And then you're going to come on and talk about
Yeah,
something.
so I'm going to be talking about back to school anxiety tips on how to prevent that anxiety for our children and for ourselves. So make sure you don't miss that, and we'll see you then.
Yeah, we're going to have a great show. So buckle your seatbelts and get ready for an amazing journey into
Absolute
passionate living. We hope you're having a wonderful summer, and we're having a great time ourselves with WBBZ and Passionate Living out at the Bidwell Concert Series in Buffalo, New York. And also, we're at the Erie County Fair all week long. We're just having the most wonderful time meeting people who are living their passions. I'm here with Blake. Oh my God, I love your... It's like a roving piano. It's like every lounge singer's dream to be able to take their piano and just roam around and sing.
It is so much fun. I started doing that with them about 6 years ago in Orlando, Florida.
Okay.
It's called The Strolling Piano. You can find it anywhere on social media and all that. Check it out for sure. But they do street shows, weddings, all kinds of corporate events and everything, indoor or outdoor.
Oh my God, that's
lots
so
of fairs
cool.
and festivals, and Disney as well. So.
And your passion for music, tell me a little about that.
I've been playing piano for about 17 years now. I'm 24. I've grown up loving music and performing since I was 14.
Wow.
And they invited me in to join the Strolling Piano when I was 18 years old. So,
Wow, great job.
yes, thank you. I love it. I get to do what I love and make people happy and, just spread the joy.
I love it. You get to, and our show is Passionate Living, which is, we highlight people living their passions and using them to make a difference, and you get to live your passions every day.
Absolutely.
I love it. Great job.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
I always give a
Oh, come here.
Yeah, what are your names?
I'm Cassie.
Cassie?
I'm Krista, mother-daughter.
Oh, nice.
Yep.
Now, tell me a little bit about your passion for horses.
I don't know when did it start. When I was 3.
That's
and then
pretty young.
Yeah, and then we bought our first horse. And then we kind of just collected children and created a 4-H club.
Well, that's a nice collection. You collect children and horses.
Yeah.
This is Ella. She is our mascot in our 4-H group.
Hi, Ella.
Little
Nice to
Ella
meet
was
you.
riding Daisy all day, right? Yes.
So you do collect children.
She's our youngest 4-H member. But yeah, this one said the word horse before she said mom or dad.
Oh
She
my
would drive
gosh.
down the road, so we knew that, we had to pursue this passion through the love of our daughter, and she has been committed to, she was a 4-H member, she graduated out last year, and now she is the leader of this club.
Wow.
That I was the leader of for years, but then she took it over when she was old enough. And we had about 15 kids in our group.
Yeah.
And the kids work from all year to be able to come to fair.
Beautiful.
Yeah, they have to do an educational part They have to do, what else? Educational part and
Public presentation, like public speaking, and then they have to attend a certain amount of horse shows to be able to come here.
Well, thank you so much, both of you, for sharing with us today.
yes, anytime. Thank you.
Yeah, of course.
I'm here with Jim Strait and Strait Shows.
54 years, yes ma'am.
Yeah.
Yeah, long time.
And you're third generation.
I am, and my son is the 4th generation.
Oh my God.
So it's not stopping here, right?
4 generations of doing fairs. This is amazing.
Well,
Oh, you have a passion for it, clearly.
we do. We aim to please too.
Yeah.
You know, this time of the year, these long days, you can get tired, but watching everyone come out and have a great time and really enjoy. We don't get this down in Florida this time of year.
Yeah.
So the weather's uplifting. The long days, but there's so much good here that you can get through it.
That's great. Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
Hey, come on out to the Erie County Fair.
And you know what you can do? Spin the wheel of summer fun.
Spin the wheel of summer
If you
fun.
land on Catherine Miller, you're a big winner. And Buzzy Buffalo.
That doesn't
Look,
sound right. That
let's
does
see.
not sound right.
Let's see this spin. Here we go. Let's see. You win prizes and you support Prevention Focus,
Yes,
our
I do.
not-for-profit partner.
Oh my God, you landed on Big Winner.
I did.
That was like so random.
Wasn't fixed at all.
I love it. Now they're not going to believe us because we just landed on Big Winner. But come visit us at the fair. We're at the gazebo all week long.
$1 to spin, $1 to win.
I've actually tried to get out of the music making part.
Right.
And,
Yeah, you had mentioned
and
that you
then
did
just do the business of music part.
Right. Can't do it.
Cannot. Very unhappy
Your
man.
DNA.
Cannot. I have to be creating music every day of the week. I'm in here.
That's
During the
amazing.
pandemic, I think we wrote 44 songs.
Wow.
And we started 48 others that aren't finished. That was
That's
during the 2.5 years
amazing.
of pandemic. You know, we did Shawn Mendes during
Wow.
the pandemic. We did Hans Zimmer Dune, which is hopefully going to win a bunch of awards.
And the Oscar goes to Hans Zimmer, Dune.
Even being in the studio and having to be in a position where other people are going, no. You know, this needs to be done by this date. I don't care if it can't be done. You'll get it done by that date. And if you won't get it done, I'll get somebody else to sit in your chair.
Yeah.
And you end up going, okay, I can't make the school function. I can't make the parent-teacher meeting. I won't be home until 4 in the morning. I will already be up and gone by the time they're up at 7 and gone to school. You know, and you just go, that's not a life. And it doesn't exist many other places outside of our industry.
It's intense. And you get lost, too. Because, I mean, how many times have you probably sat down here and thought an hour went by and 3 or 4 hours went by? 'Cause
Oh,
you're
or
just,
12.
Or 12.
You bet.
You get caught
I
in
just
the
finished
editing
that.
zone and you're just...
I just finished that. You know, my Uncle Lionel's down there somewhere. Like, you know, you just go. And Lionel was like the head of the music department at 20th Century Fox, who was really, get out the phone! Hey, Boddicker, get back to your chair! Like, he was one of those guys. You know, now you can't talk to people the way those people talk.
I know.
You
It was a whole
can't.
different world.
But we were there
Yeah.
and we listened to it and we took it and we we changed our behavior. So I'm a trustee on the American Federation of Musicians Local 47 here, which is all the film music and TV music. So we're trying to change some of that. The other part is being an executive board member of the Society of Composers and Lyricists, the SCL Awards, which I designed.
I love it.
I designed.
You designed
I
this?
designed this. I had the blocks. I found the blocks. They're granite blocks. I had them laser etched. Started with a piece of wire, and then started like working with a 3D guy to make it into a film scroll and stuff. That's been an interesting project, but the Society of Composers and Lyricists is working really closely with the lawmakers to try and improve working conditions. There are a lot of things that aren't right for people who sit in these chairs. So all of the stuff that I have here, they're tools. Something where you can reach up and touch a knob or a slider and actually have an interface, an immediate interface, right? Which is what I always loved about mini Moogs and stuff, and all that early Michael Jackson stuff. You know, people would go, "Oh, can you just leave it?" And the bottom line is, no, you can't, because when you play an instrument, it changes with every movement, every inflection, you move the bow a little bit closer to the bridge, and the whole tone changes. You have to, on an electronic instrument, you have to reach up and touch
things.
to
You have to
make
have
that
a
happen.
physical contact.
Yeah.
Can you play it?
Oh, you know what? It's not even powered up. It's not powered up, and it's not. Oh, yeah, I got to connect. Yeah, sorry.
It's all right.
Sorry. I can play you a song.
I got excited.
I can play you a song.
Okay.
Let's take a ride in the four-wheel drive for the night until the morning. We'll leave this town, no trace, no sound, hit the ground without a warning. I know right where we're going.
And I'm one of those guys who's, you know, trying to work until I can't make a decision anymore, and then sleep 3 hours and get up and do it again. You know, that kind of long form is kind of out of my life for right now. But this, the songwriting, seems to fit really nicely.
And I see you light up when that music came on and you were listening. It's like I saw you doing this.
I love what Chase and I have been able to accomplish, particularly during pandemic.
We can get away.
Beautiful. Wow.
I'm 37 years sober. And my drummer, behind drugs and alcohol, took himself out within the last 2 years. I didn't even know this crap was happening anymore.
I'm so sorry.
And this kid was brilliant. I worked with him on all these tunes. He was teaching kids at UCLA, brilliant guy, but wouldn't talk. Wouldn't talk about the bad, the truth about what was
going
bad.
on deep inside.
And that's one of the reasons I still go to AA every day. People say 37 years sober, can't you do? You don't have to go to meetings anymore. Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do, because
it's in there, and you know it, and you don't ever want to.
I don't want to forget. Oh, I don't want to forget. I don't want to forget what it was like. That's what my life was like. That's what he went through was what my life was like. Wow. And being able to just go to certain people, you don't have to live like that.
And it's devastating.
Because they don't know there is a way out. There's a way to not have the pain.
Right.
Not to ignore it, not to find something just to replace it with, but to work through it so that you don't have to have it overwhelm you all the time.
You know, I love doing the show because I want to light people up. I want to remind them that they came here for something. Like, you knew your passion right out of the box. So many people do, but they quiet it. They keep pushing it down. And my hope is
that they want to get it back up.
Or they want to get it back up.
Whatever you do, where are you?
Where's
Riri,
the camera?
where
There's
are
the
you?
camera. There's one right
Whatever
there.
you do,
Don't get a backup.
Don't get a backup plan. Burn those bridges so you have nothing that you can do but go forward. That's whenever I talk to parents and they say, yeah, but he wants to be a songwriter, but shouldn't he have a backup plan? No. No, because you'll end up doing the backup plan, and you'll never do the music.
I love you. I agree.
I'm telling you.
I agree 100%. You know, and that's one of my friends, Gay Hendricks, wrote a book, and the whole premise of it was that being good at something is the enemy of brilliance. Because if you're good at it, you'll keep doing it, or you might keep doing it, or you might just keep going on and on and on. And I'll tell you, it's the enemy of brilliance, because you won't do the brilliance.
Of us just being friends, but tonight it's different, can't quite shake it, heading toward a different end. Maybe it's your black dress, gold chain necklace, legs and high-heeled boots, styling with your dark hair, hanging like you don't care, getting high.
There's some young person out there watching, or anybody, even if they're not so young. Their passion is music, and they have never followed it because they've never felt confident enough. They're afraid. What would you tell them?
Okay, so this is not a pat thing.
Right.
Because I get people who bring me their children all the time and say, my child can do nothing, so I figure he can do music. And I just go, your kid's 22 years old. What, you're going to start developing his ear for language?
Right.
I would have more of a message to the parents of small children. No matter what's going on in your lives, expose them to art. There are museums everywhere. Yeah. There are books. Expose them to music. There are concerts
Broadway
everywhere.
plays.
Broadway plays. Oh my goodness. You have to do this before they're 9 to 11 years old. It won't do any good if their ear is shut at 11 years old to try to open it back up again, because that's not the way human beings are built. The people who want to do music, you can enjoy music absolutely up all the way to your dying day. In fact, there's all those studies that they show now that people who have Alzheimer's, right, memory problems, that the thing that they can remember is music. But enjoy. Go to the community concert. Go to your local symphony and listen to it. Support your local master chorale. Buy some old-fashioned CDs. Go listen.
Or records.
Or
vinyl.
Records, yeah.
Or some vinyl. So, for those people, in my experience, if you love it, you will do it. And if you want to do it bad enough, there's nothing that can stop you from doing it, period. And if you want to do it to make a living, there will be a path that you can do it for making a living, but it is a lifelong commitment. It is not, I'm going to go out and do this for a year and see if it works. Yeah.
Right?
Exactly.
It's, I'm going to throw everything I've got into this 18 hours a day, 7 days a week for decades. And then we'll see whether or not I'm successful or not. It's not like, you can learn to be an attorney in 4 years of college, right? You can learn the law. You can't do that with music. Right. That language has to have started early. And we're the only profession where you have to study something for 22, 24 years before you start to make a living at it.
Amazing.
Thank you for stopping by.
Thank you so much for having me.
Hi everyone, my name is Melissa Archer and I am here with Mental Fitness Moment with Passionate Living. Today we're going to chat about back to school anxiety and how to combat that. Our kids are going back to school in a couple of weeks, and sometimes, some kids have not been in school for the past 1.5 to 2 years, or some kids have been in school but it's been virtual. How do we combat that anxiety of returning back to school in person? Some ways to do that: we still have some time, starting to have a conversation with our children about going back to school. What are their feelings about it? What are their anxieties? Addressing it, giving them that voice so that they can speak about it. Talk to them about what they think school is going to happen, what is going to happen, especially for our kids that, you know, when COVID happened, they were going to go into kindergarten. This is their first time going back to school, or first time being in school. So they don't even know what it's like to be in a classroom with other students, because for the past 2 years they've been at home on a computer. So that's one way. It's like really fleshing out their feelings, really seeing what they think school is about, giving them some idea, and letting them talk about it. Maybe even watching like a YouTube segment of what it is to be in a classroom setting. Talk to their teachers. So once we've talked to them, once we've got that, that part out of the way of talking to them, letting them express their feelings, where they're at, if there is some anxiety, address it. We can have those conversations and have it over time so that they get really comfortable with the idea. Start setting up a routine. I know the summer fun is great, but start setting up the routine of going to bed at 8 o'clock. Kids really need their sleep for growth and development, and so they can be the best versions of themselves in the morning. So getting that sleep, setting up a routine for homework, bedtime, wake up time, dinner, all that. But for the homework routine, setting it up where they have a space where they can do their homework. Have a homework bin with all their supplies, whether it's crayon, pencil, pen, glue, calculator, whatever they may need, ruler. Have it in one spot that they can use and have every time. So these are just a few things that we can do to try to get our kids ready for school and decrease the anxiety, and also for us, because if our kids are prepared or more prepared and feel more comfortable, then we can be a little bit more comfortable. Thank you for joining us today for this mental fitness moment.
Thank you so much for joining us today on Passionate Living. Melissa, I had such a great time doing this show with you today.
So did I, excuse me. It's so much fun. It's always so much fun with you, Kat.
Same with you, my sister. And thank you for joining us every week on Tuesday and Thursday nights at 8 p.m. and Sundays at 11 a.m. on WBBZ, your MeTV station, your true hometown station.
Yes.
And Thursday nights now, we're doing a live stream at 8 p.m. on our YouTube channel, which is Passionate Living TV. And you can go to our website, passionateliving.com.
Yes,
Melissa, I love what you said about back to school. God, I used to have so much anxiety
I know.
School.
Everyone has anxiety, so there's nothing wrong with that. I remember when I was young, had anxiety going back to school because it's something new, something different, and especially now. So parents, your kids are going to have anxiety, you're going to have anxiety. Follow some of those tips and let us know how it works.
Go with the flow.
Yeah, go with the flow.
Thanks again, and we have some great music for you today from some very special friends on the way out of the show today, so we hope you enjoy.
Yes, thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
I'm Tammy.
I'm Jeff.
And we love the Erie County Fair, and we love Passionate Living on WBBZ TV.
All man's money, you can rely on all man's money. You're a rich girl, you're gone too far, cause you know it don't matter anyway. You can see money, but it won't get you too